We live in a lie. Very well, let's talk about the calendar we are in today. Do you think our actual calendar is real? Do you think that? Another lie. If you tell me we have the real calendar and we are in 2020, I will say how. If you tell we are in 2020, you are saying the Messiah was a liar because him after dying a little bit and a little bit before dying he said very clear, I will go to my father and after 2 days I will be back. But for sure they took it out from the New Testament, this word that the Messiah did direct to us. If you tell me only the Father knows and the Messiah do not know the day he will back, so you are lying, calling the Messiah liar. Because when he dies and resurrects, he says, the Father delivered everything to me. No one goes to the Father if not through me. If it's for us to go to reach the Father, the Messiah knows when it's gonna happen. Because it's through him that we're gonna do it. So my brothers, what I want to explain, it's about the calendar. When the Messiah died, he died a little bit before dying. He reunited with the apostles and said, I will go to the house of my father and I'm gonna prepare a place for you. See, I will go to the house of my father on the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna prepare a house for you. If he said that he would prepare a house for you in heaven, it's not on earth. See, he will prepare place for us in heaven together with our Father. He said, in the house of my Father there are many spots. Many. I will go there to prepare it for you. So when the Messiah said that, he began to say, I will go to in the house of my father there are many houses. I will go there and prepare it for you, and after I'm gonna be back and take you to myself. Take attention when he said I'm gonna be back. On that part, they took out from the scriptures from the New Testament that he would be back in 2 days, 2000 years. That's why these priests and from the Catholicism and from the Protestant churches, from our religious systems, crazy religious systems. When the year 2000 came, everyone got scared, saying, oh, the Messiah will be back. Do you think the devil, knowing when the Messiah would come, he would allow us to know? Then enter the word that the Messiah talked, and it is accomplished. They changed the times and the law. The law, the love to the next, and love to the Father, and the times. If really we were in 2020, the Messiah would have lied. But who is liar is that satanic religious system. So on, Judaism, Islam, Spiritism, Catholicism, Protestantism, Every single one without exception, all religions without exception, for sure they are liar. My brothers, when the Messiah died, he said very clear, he died, resurrects, and after go talk to the apostles, he say he will go to the kingdom of heaven, and there are many spots there, and after he would be back, and he said he would back in 2 days. 2 days are 2,000 years, but they took it from the New Testament to trick us. And our Father knew that. And what our Father did? He did hide that part for us, only us, to figure it out, to find it on the last days. And it is right now. Now our Father did hide that word that our Messiah spoke before he died. After he resurrects, appears to the apostles and say, look, in 2 days I will be back. 2,000 years I will be back, because each day in heaven is 1,000 years. For us, it's a lot, but for our Father, it's only one day. And for the prophets that are in heaven, the 24 ancients and the angels, one day in heaven, one day there is 1,000 years down here for us. So the Messiah said he would back after 2,000 years, 2 days. Then it's gonna be accomplished now. It's close to be accomplished. Then if you see our actual calendar 2020, you're gonna see the religious system itself modified the calendar. Our Father advised, our Messiah advised, they will change the times and the law. And what happened? They changed the time and the law. When the Messiah dies, resurrects, and go to heaven, there begins to count. Let's go to the calendar. Gregorian calendar, or Julian calendar, or Greek Roman calendar. The Greek calendar, Gregorian, the old one, begins, the calendar begins, the biggest mistakes, it begins on the born of the Messiah. Then if the calendar began on the born of the Messiah, it's a mistake, because the New Testament begins on his death. Then it's simple, my brothers, to calculate the calendar. It's very simple. First, we have to see what's happening on the prophecies. The Messiah said that the technology would grow up. The technology we have today is insane. The Messiah said that the love would freeze, more frozen than it's today. It's impossible. And the Messiah also said the children would kill their parents. It's what is happening today. Then everything what the Messiah said is happening right now. Then we are very close, very much close from his return. Then to talk about the calendar is simple. The Gregorian calendar, the Roman calendar begins on the born of the Messiah, on the birth of the Messiah. So there is a range for mistake of 10 years. There is a mistake between 10 and 15 years. If we do, it's simple, my brothers. It's very simple. If you want to understand the calendar, about the new alliance of the Messiah, it begins by his death. When the Messiah dies, he says, in 2 days I'm gonna be back. A little bit before I back, you're gonna see rumors of war. There are rumors of war everywhere now. The children will kill the parents. It's already happening. The love would freeze. It's already a freezer. And everything is accomplished.